I'm live now, right? Yes, yes, yes. Good evening. Hi. First off, I noticed there's a slight delay when I do some of these lives. So while I'm talking or making a greeting, it gets cut off, and the YouTube live stream just has me just start talking out all random and such. That was not meant to happen. It just starts. I didn't know until like maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. So I wait a bit before, like, oh, we can go on, right? So yeah. And yes, we have card art. Card art has made a comeback in my works in progress because I missed it. It took me a while to figure out what the heck can I do for cards, and I had to seriously dig in the recesses of my childhood to, well, not just childhood, also current interests like this Sumiko Garashi edition. Oh my gosh, too cute. And if you haven't seen yet, if you're not on Instagram, I also started working on Yu Yu Hakusho. I got into it. There's some marathons going on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I've been meaning to watch it, and so I have. And I even have Karama. Nice, but yeah, it's a bit basic, but I just need. It doesn't have to be super creative, super like, oh, it's interesting, it's unique. No, it can, but I don't have the time, so I just make straight up fan art copies. And if you don't like it, make some yourself. Go be creative on your own time. I mean that with love and a challenge because Anyway, and so I also remembered, oh, there's Mermaid Forest. I watched that, but her eye's a little wonky. But I might fix it. I might not fix it. I've yet to decide. I also saw on a whim Lisa Frank. I've been meaning to. Fun fact: I don't like Lisa Frank stuff. I feel like it's too much color for me. But I think if there's a way to change, alter some of its content to my liking, I think there's a way for me to stomach Lisa Frank merch, Lisa Frank patterns and aesthetics because it's too much for me. But I did see a tiger with little rainbow thingies, and I thought it was kind of cute. So I figured, my camera, stop being wonky. Okay, sorry. I fight with my inanimate objects that I'm supposed to use for live streams. And then I have, what the heck was her name? Laika. I forgot her name, but she was one of the bad guys in Vampire Hunter D. She was the daughter of the vampire count guy who was like a big pervert, and so and this was his daughter, and I was like, she was kind of annoying and a snob, but nah, I could see where she was coming from, and she turned out to be not so bad. Even though she was bad, she's still not bad at the same time. Catch my drift? So I'm still working on that. Yeah, I work on several things at the same time. I lost my damn mind. So I think I'll work on some of these. Oh, and then these are those two twin. No. I think they're boyfriend girlfriend of some kind. In are they brother? I forgot. But from Sailor Moon are, yeah, those two. Yeah, this turned out pretty well. And then this was something I worked on. I think on one of the extras in the other room. The other room, I say. So that's what I have, and then there's a few others. I made a boo boo here. I gotta fix that one. Um, I had Rolly. I'm too scared to continue on, but this was really cute. I just love this pose. I might actually do a legit smaller painting of this, not a big one, but he's just crazy adorable. I cannot stop but look at him. Look at him. Sorry. And these are just blank cards. I will make myself go crazy and add more. And if you want to see some of the completed stuff, all two of you, which is good actually. Usually it's 0. Back on my old format. So I did some cards. I did say they were making a comeback. So they have a puzzle here. Oh, I guess I could do this way. I'm sorry. So this is supposed to be Opanchi Usagi. Her original form is usually this little sweetheart here. I like her a lot. She cracks me up because she goes through a bunch of hell and BS in life, but she tries her best. If there's any spirit animal that I ever ask, I'm gonna say that's her. And so there was, I think, a silly little satire, little joke manga about her, and a guy, a muscle dude, wearing her as a costume. But I tweaked it a bit, so I just have her actually being this muscle bound meathead. Oh, so cute and terrifying at the same time. And then I did another one. This is definitely not for children. I had no business watching this as a child. Genocyber, oh my gosh. Which was interesting because I actually read the manga in recent years. A lot of the stuff in the anime had nothing to do with the manga. They were like polar opposites. But the stuff that happened in the manga, I was like, what? She didn't act like a dog? Okay, I guess. And so it was kind of weird for me to understand what's going on, but it made more sense rather than the freaking anime. It, it was very violent and gory and really inappropriate, but I still grew up with it. So this is her. This is a girl. Isn't she pretty? I mean, she's pretty pissed off here, but if you know why, you know why. And so then I have the Tick. I didn't really watch him too much, but he was funny, crazy funny. But I've been meaning to draw, and he had like a weird assistant. I think he's like a moth or a bunny, one of those two. I'm pretty sure it was a moth. I'm not. See, that's how much lore I know. It's like next to nothing. But I thought he was funny. He also reminds me to I need to draw Freakazoid. I did Freakazoid a while ago in one of a group art live stream, but I haven't yet made one as card art, so I need to make a mental note. So again, yeah, if you can see, my art is getting borderline, not borderline, but a little obsessive. And this is her promoting, I think, melon cream soda. Very cute. And we have, so this is just a recap for those of you just tuning in, first time ever. I have Genocyber. I think there's two more. I don't remember the lady one. But yeah, this one was pretty cool. I didn't know there was a Western version of Guyver. I was like, what? There is? I think it was in 1991. It was kind of weird. I only saw a few screen caps. Was all right. And then I have Gem and the Holograms. I put this in one of my recent shorts, but it's only like two of them. Shana. I cannot pronounce the poor girl's name. I'm so sorry, but I thought she was cool because she has purple hair, and I liked her blue hair, so I got these two. I'll work on the rest later eventually, and then I have Pizzazz from the Misfits. I think I made her too cheerful, but let's have her be cheerful. She always looks pissed off. I don't blame her, but let's have her happy for once. So I gotta put this down. And yes, I'm gonna have background noise whether y'all like it or not. And then I have Mephisto from Demon City Shinjuku. Hey, remember our deal. I have to remind him what his deal was. And this is from Demon City Shinjuku. He's not on there pretty long, but he does make quite the impression. So I might make more than one of him because I felt bad about his somewhat small role. It's not too big, but it's not too small either. It's kind of a mixed bag, so I may try to make more of him because he's a slick ass dude, okay? Especially with that weird rubbery snake lady, whatever the heck she was. Like, what the heck? But yeah, I thought he was pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of Sephiroth and what's his face? Vincent. I'm sorry. If Sephiroth and Vincent had a child, I don't know. I mean, it would make sense. Hey, don't talk over me, please. I already warned you many times. I'm trying to be polite, okay? And he has a habit of talking over me. So this is what I got so far of my card art. I have a lot more fun than I expected. I mentioned before, I've only meant to do like maybe 2, at most 10, and just, I don't know, throw the rest in the fire, I guess, the blank cards, or give it to some people. Now I have like, I'm pretty sure it's over 300 cards made. But yeah, I have a lot of fun making these, even if I do have slight burnouts. And then it's like, oh, I'll never do those cards. No, I just need a break. And then when I find something worth working on and it can fit on a card, I will do it. Now, what the hell was my order? Because these this, and then I forgot my order. I'm sorry. I'll remember it later. Oh no. I just remembered it. Guyver was in here. Sorry. Trying to keep track of all these freaking card orders. I'm not gonna. And then Genocyber. I actually broke Genocyber by accident. You know how I don't see. Oh my gosh. So casualties will happen sometimes, but this is super rare. This is like the first time this has happened. Oh my gosh. I just put paper and just glued it with um some kind of Mod Podge or some glue sealant because it ripped off when I tore away the tape. If that happens, I'm so sorry. This was mortifying for me. This is painful. Okay, not really, but it it took a while for me to reach a casualty, but I managed to repair what I could, so accept it. Okay. Now I can work on these. How many minutes? Oh my god, I've been yammering on. I can work on these, or I just make more new cards for myself and be insane. I'll probably pick the latter. Because my references are not available right now because it's all on my phone. I can look on my computer, but I don't wanna. So I'll just start new stuff because I'm insane. All right. Let's see what I have here. Hey, no JetBlue holiday, please. What? The things I gotta say. This is kind of why I miss having the weekday schedule because I don't have to worry and nag and be annoying. I don't like having showcasing my mom voice, you guys out there. It's not so much embarrassing. It's just I don't like sounding naggy, okay? But if you don't, kids will walk all over you. Your family will walk all over you. So you kind of have to be sort of naggy. I didn't like that voice, okay? When I was young, I hated that voice. But then when I hear myself sound like that, it's like, oh, I sound like at least like a handful of women in my family or relatives. Let's keep it vague in case they watch this and get offended. Okay, I'll shut up. About that. Extra stuff I want to draw. Oh gosh, maybe that one. Sorry, I'm looking on my folder on what the heck do I draw because while I can just paint on these and fix. Oh, let's just work on this one a little bit. I can just multitask because that's what I do now. I multitask like a mother F. Not supposed to, but I am. And I thought I can paint my melody, and I thought wrong. Okay, I have a Rolly reference. That's great. I don't I was worried I don't have. Okay, I see. It's not one of them, but it's pretty. Oh gosh, what are you? Oh, I think it's a web link. Gosh, lame. I have a ton of references, so I should not be bored and overwhelmed, but it does happen. But I have been trying to find more things from my childhood recently, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I will continue. But some other things that I thought I would go back to as an adult, like Elf Quest or like cartoons, like Animaniac. Actually, Animaniacs would be a bad idea. I actually liked Animaniacs, so I might go into that later. Especially Wacko. Wacko was my favorite. Do you have a favorite Animaniacs? Um, Slappy the Squirrel was pretty funny. And then there was also Freakazoid. I mentioned I need to draw. He's mandatory. I have to draw him. He's like seriously funny as hell. And some of those weird side characters, like uh, I forgot that one story about those two little girls, and then one of them became a bad girl because she went with the wrong crowd. I was like, what the fuck? Or Fanboy. Oh my god, that hit way too hard for home nowadays. pretty awful. But yeah, there was a Candlejack was pretty cool. Oh, you're not supposed to say his name, but he don't exist, I think. Okay, see? Yay, progress. Now to wait. I can. Oh, there. I have a picture of Filipino barbecue chicken on a skewer. That actually looks pretty good. Oh, I'm kind of hungry. I wish I was lying. Want to see? Here, hold on. I'm gonna show you my mess. See? I could put this on my card maybe. Oh my gosh. I think my what is it? The chart my USB cord's kind of annoying. I have Aaliyah. I thought about putting Aaliyah on my card set. But I'm also thinking maybe, just maybe, I have a real person card deck. But I don't know 100 people. Or I do, I just repressed those memories. That is possible. Um, I wanted to do a real people card deck, and that would include people I actually know or admire, and that includes like artists, like music artists, celebrities. I'm gonna try to pick some Asian ones that I know of that I think are pretty cool. So there is that. But yeah, I've yet to figure out what exactly. Wait, did I put what's her face? What's her name? Chiyoko. Kyoko. Oh my god, they have similar sounding names. So I thought I made a card art for. I freaking forgot. Okay, I need to pick something. I don't want to have you staring at nothing. I could paint Lechon Baboy and maybe not. Hollow Hollow. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's too much stuff to work with. But yeah, I save up Filipino food because I miss it. I can't eat too much of it. I'm sad. Hey, hey. You don't have to yell about that. Oh my god, I have a lot of. Okay, let's just start drawing something because I don't like making you wait. I need a pencil. Oh, I also have this as a painting. There's an inside joke on Reels about people buying this for purposes, but no, I actually like painting these. And yeah, it's a gradient. I've yet to figure out what the heck do I paint on it. I know ornaments or snow or both, but at the same time, I've yet to figure out what the heck do I paint on there. So it's going to be stuck like that for a while. Sorry. Will I paint it in time for Christmas? Probably not. Oh my god, there's so many things to draw. I don't. Oh, it's so overwhelming. It sucks. Oh, Cosgrove. Oh, I miss Cosgrove. He's hella cool. I guess I'll draw Freakazoid. Let's see. I can have him as one card or two cards to speed up the process, which is always good. Okay, I think I'll do two cards. Which is kind of risky considering my tape situation. I usually use washi tape, but after the last, like the thing I showed you with Genocyber's card, I don't know what the heck happened. They're not supposed to be that strong. So this is just regular painter's tape, I think, but I have like several sizes, and I messed up already because that's what I do. No. That's good enough. Okay, so yeah, that's what I do too. I can make the image bigger, but I've yet to see something worth doing. So yeah, I'll just draw Freakazoid because he cracks me up. I'm so glad I had the childhood that I had. Like they always talk about the millennials, like, oh, we had the best childhood. I'm not saying our childhood is the best, but it was pretty. It was pretty alright. There are some things I could definitely live without, but the thing is, they talk about the culture, like being thin with big boobs and skinny legs or what have you, and being a certain race and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, there was that. I just didn't think that much because I was always in the corner drawing, so I didn't really care about that crap. that they keep toting about, like, oh, how the society wants us to look and think and talk and act, and I didn't give a shit. I was always drawing. And if it ever pops into my mind or someone makes a stupid ass comment about me, and which was rare, but it does happen, I just don't give a shit. Like, oh, I'll feel sad, and then, oh, right, I got better things to do. That's basically it. Because I do see like a whole bunch of video essays on YouTube. Here's that word again, YouTube. And a whole bunch of people talking about how things were very different back in the day yonder, where, okay, no one's talking, that's fine. They always have like, oh, we had the best childhood, the best cartoons, the best snacks. They were not that, there was a lot of colorful things that turned out to be super harmful now. Fun fact. But at the same time, I think creativity was a lot more brave back then, even though there was censorship. Don't get us wrong. Censorship was around despite it, people like pushing boundaries in mainstream media, like in Living Color, Wayans Brothers, Married with Children. Some of these cartoons like Animaniacs and Tiny Toons and Looney Tunes. Oh yeah, they had a whole bunch of racist ass stuff too. So we got away with a lot of stuff growing up, and so and it was, I think, even worse in the 70s and 80s. There was some ratchet ass shit going down, even though they tote themselves as being like the best generation ever. Almost every generation says that. Then you find all the messed up stuff in between. Okay, I'm just trying to, the depth of perception. But yeah, I like my generation, all right. There's some things I do miss, but not enough for me to make like this crying sad emoji esque reel or shorts or video about it. I'm not gonna do that because a whole bunch of people do it already. What do I have to contribute? Not much. I like the fact I like the fact how back then anime was for losers. I miss that because they did mention like once something becomes more mainstream and popular, major corporations do what they can to make bank and try to squeeze every penny from people and getting into anime as well. And it's everywhere. Like you see t-shirts in like Hot Topic or Spencer's, or like Loungefly bags for everything. Funko Pops. Oh yeah, did you hear about that? How they're like being thrown into the dumpster because no one wants them anymore. I was like, oh. But there's still some ads of people trying to bid on Funko Pops. I was like, oh, okay. I do know a few people that are into them. I have a few, but not enough for me to make it a actual collection. I wanted to custom paint them, but I got lazy. Okay. Funko Pops. I think my only favorites are, hey, lower your voice, man. I told you. But yeah, I think only my faves of the Funko Pops was Alphonse Elric because it actually looks like Alphonse Elric. Do I have one here? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, it's not in a box. I'm not a purist like that. See. Oh, he's so cute. Look how cute he is. And he doesn't have those annoying dead eyes. That's what I liked about him. He actually looks like the freaking character and not those bug-eyed Funko Pop look that they have. At least, and there's some detail to it, though. I got this not so perfect, but I think I meant to color or paint it later, and I didn't give a shit. So I was like, yeah, he had some hard times. Let him. When was this? Did I? Oh my god, when did this happen? So he had a bit of a casualty in the process, but it's fine. No one looks at the back anyway. You can be here and be cute next to Opanchu Usagi. Oh my gosh. I should do a collab with these two. Oh my gosh. I have weird collabs with characters that I like. Yeah. I'll leave it at that so people don't steal my ideas. Yeah, that's the thing I worry about when I have ideas. I worry people will steal them because art theft is quite rampant nowadays. Even like retail or merch companies, if they see an idea from a small creator nowadays, a small artist, they will take it and not give a shit until someone hey, I noticed someone has your idea, or did you steal their idea? And it's like, what? Okay, there's no guarantee that this is correct. I can definitely fix this. Yeah, this is off. Off and a half. Should I make this closer so you can see what the heck I'm doing? Don't be noisy, Wesley, Mr. Sir. Sorry, I have to say things. I warned. I always warn before the live streams, and they say, "Okay, I promise I won't be annoying," and then they disregard. Okay, this is a little off. Yeah, it's gonna happen a lot. There's gonna be a lot of problems, especially if I'm rushing. Yeah, I don't use those fancy schmancy art pencils anymore. I used to, but that's more for like if I do portraits. Long ago, I can technically do them, but it takes a lot more effort for me because I'm out of practice. I have to keep doing it for a while for it to be good. And for the most part, it's just okay. Oh, lovely. The ASMR blowing boogers. Yeah, this is going to be off. Good to know. Yeah, I did some fan art for a few. No, I only did for his cat, Mr. Chubbikins. Oh my god, that's such a cute name for a really fat cat. And it's an orange fat cat, too. Ugh, Thanksgiving is already next Thursday, this coming Thursday. Sheesh. I'm not looking forward to it. Around there in December, it's so easy to get fat. Yeah, I said the F word. It's true. There's so much good food. Now, if your family makes crappy food,
I finished my food.
you can throw in the trash, please.
Or save it for different food.
And don't talk over me, please. I already told you before not to do that. Please. Please.
Okay.
Because if you don't want mama to do that over you, right? Yeah, so don't do that, please. I'll be cranky. Okay, so. See, I can behave. Yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm like, I usually either make pumpkin pie or pumpkin cookies, but then I think most of us are lactose intolerant, and so they opt for other ingredients than the standard. But the original tastes better. Sucks to say. Oh, this is going to be way bigger than I thought. Unless I make the proportions a little bit more exaggerated, which is also possible. I'm not good at drawing small, despite what I do. Okay, so we have his hands look like they're glued to his face. Totally intentional. No, it's not. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do aside from dessert. Maybe extra drinks. They always are thirsty over there, so I guess I can do that. And some of the family members are not here because they're out traveling, or they think one of them will start traveling the next day. So after they're full, they have to get ready to go to insert country here. So I was like, okay, all right, have fun with that. I wonder how the plane situation is after the whole they reopened the government. Is it still chaotic or it improved? Well, my one of my family members managed to go there okay, it seems. So it should be fine. I don't know. I'll find out in December. I don't know. Who knows? This is too big. Oh my gosh. I thought I can do it. No, I can't. I know I did the measuring earlier on, but now it's like, oh, okay, I screwed up. Okay, I did this wrong. So this is all the way down here. Oh, bother. This is gonna. I thought I can make this small, but I was wrong. Very, very much wrong. And the hand is supposed to be. Oh, shit. Let's look at me make mistakes and not being perfect. Like, oh no, AI also has its problems too. But they're a lot faster at fixing their mistakes than me. Okay, I don't know, no guarantee. I don't pay attention to AI stuff. Though they did mention that, oh, using ChatGPT too much makes you more stupid. I was like, oh, does it now? I haven't necessarily. I tried a tiny bit, but did not pique my interest. Plus, I don't like. I'm trying to use my brain more, even though I don't sound smart. I rather, be dumb on my own merits than having something else make me more dumb. Does that make sense? It's like I want to be dumb out of my own merits, not because something else made me, like an outside source, made me more stupid. Then that's my fault. Okay, this is still kind of off. And there's a finger.
Look how these planes wings.
Oh, I don't know where'd you put them.
I'll try finding it.
Where'd you put them? I did not. I didn't see your plane with wings the other time. Yeah, this is really off. Why did you do things? Okay. Oh, his teeth are supposed to be bigger. I'll definitely fix this later, in theory. Yeah, Chat GBT. I know people that are into it. I am not. I don't care. It's like, oh, you can answer everything in it. Like, nah, I don't need that. I don't need to know everything. I think that's one of the key things about not being too invested about internet. You don't have to know everything. Only like for the sake of in use, like, oh, how long will it take me to get from what street to what street in another county and I've never been? Okay, fine. Or, asking for directions. Okay, fine. Or recipes, very basic ass things, and then the rest you can figure out for sure. That's fine. I think if you start just using it for, governing your entire livelihood, you should not do that. Don't do that. Maybe you should just get rid of that shit. I want to use my brain, even though I don't use too much of it. I still want to use said brain. If you want to use, like those AI artists who have their own gallery, oh my god, that does piss me off though. Like I know hardworking artists that try so hard to garner some level of credibility and work ethic and all that good stuff, and then these clowns, they are what they are. They just do it so easily to get the attention with using AI, and it's like, what the fuck? That's not fair. Because I know actual artists that, they tell me their side of the story, and it's like, it does sound rough. And that's why I didn't really get into doing freelance art myself, because I'm not that good. I don't mean in this, I mean in terms of like doing everything else. I was mentioning in the YouTube comment about how um, people like to tote and say, hey, you should do this, you should do this, you should sell your art, you should work with Disney and Pixar and this and that. Or, yeah, start your own business by selling your art. That sounds all well and good until it's like, oh, you're the one who has to do every single freaking thing. You have to be the bookkeeper, you have to be the accountant, you have to be the do your own damn taxes. You have to rem, keep track of every single purchase transaction you do for the sake of your business. You have to market your stuff. You have to sell yourself in a sense. You know, you have to sound very engaging and inviting for people to want your stuff. You have to have consistently good work. It's not always going to cut it. For, some artists are not lucky, but they are really good at what they do. Me, I'm like, oh. Oh gosh, this is off too. See, this is my off day now. I think this is too long. So yeah, I think this angle's not good for me. So some parts are kind of messing me up. But it's okay to watch me mess up because that's what I do now. Yay! Okay, no, it's not. And my eraser's going down so bad because I'm screwing up so much. And if you're going to say, oh, maybe you should be quiet, maybe you can focus. Like, nah, I don't feel like it. I like to show off human error sometimes. Making excuses of my shortcomings. I think we should do that more often. But not too much to the point where that's your shtick. That's your flagship that you're known for just fucking up all the time. That's not good, but I like to show once in a while like it hey man, this is me messing up all the time. And I mess up a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. But you either learn from it, keep making mistakes until something works out, or you just give up. It's down on you. As for me, oh gosh, this looks awful, but I'm already here. Let's get on with it. Like, for instance, there's this thing I do with my family called fishing, and I've mentioned it before, and I don't like it because it's not really for me, but I'm stupid supportive. It depends. Fishing's okay because it doesn't involve, well, certain aspects of fishing do involve walking a lot, but this is not too bad. So I can manage. But if you have the hobby of hiking, which my husband also does, I don't want to do it, especially with your track record of leaving me behind. If you have a track record of walking too fast and leaving me behind, I'm not going to like you doing that. So I also noticed on Reddit stories that like the token perfect girl loves hiking. I was like, really? You can't be honest? Like, yeah, I'm like, I mean, you don't have to go there for Instagram photos. I like taking pictures too, but I just thought that was kind of weird. That was the trope that they were going for. But yeah, I try to be supportive of loved ones' hobbies, even if they're not my own interests. But at the same time, I am very vocal about I don't like this hobby. The funny thing is, while I am very vocal, I still retain information. And one of the things I learned is about how to catch live bait with a freaking net. And my husband taught me about a few times, and I repeat it over and over, and then turns out I'm pretty good at it. But it's not just, oh, you're an expert. No, you have to do a whole bunch of crap too, even if it's just throwing a net. People think that's so easy, but I like to think so, but turns out you have to make sure the net's freaking open. Sometimes when I throw it, the water sprays in my face, and this is right after I saw seagulls taking a dump in the water, and I'm like, ah, doo doo water. And so, and I'm not screaming like that out loud, but I'm like, ugh. And so I look away when I do a throw, and so I learned that. However, when I look around and I see how the splash happened, the net did not open sometimes. And I'm like, oh, that was a bad throw. And instead of being whiny and crying about it, I just like, oh, let's just see what happens. And sometimes I still catch something despite having a bad throw. And even if there's nothing, you just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over. And it's kind of like drawing. I was just talking to a cool friend of mine recently, and he was telling me about how he was very envious of me being able to draw, and of a lot of artists who are just able to do art stuff, and he's not very artistically gifted or talented or what have you. But then he mentions that he put that into musical instruments, which is interesting because I don't know shit about musical instruments, and I think that one's a lot more. That takes a lot more skill, in my opinion, because I don't know shit. I can make up silly songs for my kid at most, and then that's it. I'm not gonna try to jump into drums. And so like I was like, well, hey, well there you go. You're better at me in um musical, playing music. I can't do shit. So there's always something for everyone. And I wish I can do musical interest instruments, but at the same time I'm not. I have family that does piano. Like I think my mom and three of my sisters can play piano. I'm the only one who cannot play piano. They tried to get me into playing piano. I just did not care. I was like, oh yeah, where's my sketchbook? That's how bad I was. I did not care, and I think my mom was low key disappointed about that. But I'm like, you have three other daughters that can play. You're fine. You don't need me. Technically, I do have like slim enough fingers to play or whatever. I don't know if that is a factor that can give you an advantage, but I I don't care for piano. But I can admire those who can play stuff and do musical anything because I'm like, oh, I wish I can do that. If anything, I'd probably just sing about unnecessary stupid stuff like everyone else has done, like farts and tax evasion and I don't know, something stupid. I wouldn't take the music thing too seriously, and who knows, maybe it might be popular, but I'm not going to take that stuff seriously. Bless you. Oh, maybe it does kind of fit. Only this one's kind of off, but not too bad. Okay, okay, not too bad. There's hope yet. And then he has those little sign. It kind of looks like that. What is it? The Incredibles. But he was first. I would have liked the Incredibles more if they didn't have those sequels. Like, they need to stop with the sequels. I'm sick of sequels. Can't we have new stories already? I'm so sick of sequels and prequels. Some of it is okay, but we don't need to know all the things. Again, see, this is why I rather value not having to know all the things. You don't have to know about. And someone mentioned, like, what's the deal with Wicked? Because I don't watch that stuff at all. I don't watch musicals. I don't sing in the middle of a Disney singing segment. I don't do that. But I do notice when I go out on errands and buying things, I do notice the whole bunches of Wicked merch. The first thing I noticed was cereal because I was looking for cereal for my friend. And then I don't see the cereal that I was looking for, but I see a whole bunch of Wicked cereal. Though I was like kind of curious about, oh, what's the green apple cereal like? But it was such a big family size box. I was like, I'm not gonna eat all that, and my family doesn't like cereal that much, and so I'm like, I'm gonna be stuck with this damn box. So I opted out to not buy it. I opted out of buying it. I mean, but then later on, when YouTube keeps talking about Wicked, what's up with the main characters, why they look like that, and I was like, oh, I don't know. They don't. Yeah, they look not right. And so I was like, oh, okay. But it's not like in my head because YouTube says things and gets stuck in your head. And then when I went to Target the other day, there's a whole bunch of Wicked merch all over the place. I was like, what the fuck? What? A lot of Wicked dolls, some other merch. And is it that good? I don't know. I think I remember seeing the costume during Halloween. Like they're really hammering it in that you gotta buy their merch, you gotta watch their movie. And I'm like, I'm not gonna watch the damn movie, okay? You can watch the movie. I'm fine. I'm not really big on movies, actually. I don't think I ever really was. That's why I'm not really big on celebrities. I'm not too big on music artists is one thing, but at the same time, it's like, oh, are you a Beyonce fan? No, I didn't care for Beyonce. I didn't care about her then. I don't care about her now. Like maybe she'll have like one song that's okay, but it's not enough for me to be like, I love her. Like, yeah, she's my no, no, I don't. I don't care. And then the whole thing about Taylor Swift, no, I don't care about that either. Like maybe some of the songs may stay in your head a bit, but not enough for me to be like, oh, I love her. No, I don't give a shit. Okay, so that's something. Yeah, it's a little off, but yeah, it's about right. Then what's good about this is I can not have to focus too much on the background because it's a bit busy. It's like inside of a computer. So I gotta figure that out all by myself. Okay, not really. And some parts will probably still be off, but I'm not too. Let's use human error as an excuse. That's fine. Yeah, I don't see what's the big deal. And then they keep talking about celebrity faces looking really different and everyone's looking the same. Yeah, they are. Like I saw like the my mom is into the Miss Universe pageants, especially the Philippines because yeah. But when I see them, it's not just the Miss Philippines. It's like a lot of them. They all look the same. They all have that same makeup, the same hair, the same features. They want to save the world, but have a kind heart, and they volunteer and blah. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, but they all look the same to me. And I was like, how do you choose? I don't know. I would not be a very good judge. And then I realized my mom was also watching the men's version of Miss Universe. It was Mr. Something Something. I forgot what it was called. And then I was watching one where they had like their own like traditional costumes, I think, or the specialty costumes. And it looks like the opening for WWE. And I showed him my stories like, doesn't this look like an opening for wrestling, like a guy in wrestling? That I mean, like, it's not a bad thing. It's pretty catchy. But then, yeah, also the guys almost look all the same too. And I was like, what? Why do we all look what? Like, so it's not just women. There's a certain standard that what women want to look like as well as men. Like the chiseled jaw and the smoldering eyes and the 50,000 abs. And I don't know what else to got. I don't pay attention. It's like, just don't be a butthole and be functioning and useful and you're fine. If you look good, that's a nice bonus. But it's really weird how these standards are kind of not forced, but like they're always leaking into our psyche every so often in advertisements and TV shows, movies, music videos. And if you don't look a certain way, the media tries to make you feel bad for it. Like, how come you're not losing weight already? You should try this diet now. Like, before our social media, we had magazines, and they always have the first thing on the headline was lose weight in 2 weeks. So I was like, oh shit. Like, try this cabbage diet and cabbage soup diet and lose 50 pounds in 3 days. Like, I don't know. Some random ass weird thing that you see. That's also why I don't read magazines or get into mainstream media stuff too hard because that stuff really messes with you. And it messed up some people too. They believe that stuff and they think, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't look good enough. Especially those who are not the standard of beauty. Hello. And I am definitely not. Not just in Western media, also a Western standard, also Asian standards. I do not have And if you're wondering why I'm not showing my face on here that much, it's because I don't fit the standard. I'm just kidding. No, I just don't feel like it. Plus, people are crazy. Yeah, I said it. And so I just I did have a few face thingies in like Black Myth Wukong or what have you, and I'm also on Instagram, blah blah blah. But even then it's not super often. And the few times that I do have it, it's usually under close friends stories, and that's about it. But for the most part, eh, I fuck that shit. I deal with that crap. I I could dwell on it and be reminded, oh, I don't look like the standard of beauty, or I just say, fuck that shit. And if anyone says anything weird about me, that's a them problem, not a me problem. Like, maybe you should get a boob job. If you like it so much. Though I did hear about that thing. I don't know if y'all heard about those people changing their eye color from like brown to blue. I was like, what? Why do you fuck up your eyes like that? That's so stupid. Like, because they favor blue eyes or green eyes or hazel, even hazel. But I'm like, don't do that to yourself. And then they show the results and they seem like they're upset, but they're supposedly crying tears of joy. I'm like, are you sure that's not pain? Because that looks really painful and very unnatural. What are you doing? You just have the color contacts. That's it. I think that's the safest bet, and even that's not a guarantee. Some contact color contact companies are not known for quality control, and so I was like, don't fuck around with what's not broken. Gosh, like don't fix what's not broken. I think is a better term for it. I think the exception is it's you're in a freak accident, your face burned, and most of your skin's missing, or really extreme cases. I don't. I'll give an exception to that, but for the most part, you don't need all that shit. Plus, that stuff's gonna give you health problems in the long run. I know I sound boring and old, but it will. Like the whole thing about don't drinking, doing weed or controlled substances, and smoking, all that stuff. It's gonna be a detriment to your health long term, whether you like it or not. And for me and most, I have a drink, and that's like once or twice a year. Ooh. And even that's not a lot. I'm around people I trust. I'm around in a safe environment, and I don't even drink that much. And so I don't like getting drunk. I don't like puking. I don't like being disoriented. That shit freaks me out. Especially when you hear horror stories about what happens when some people lose their basic motor skills from getting plastered. So I really don't like that situation. So that's why I don't go out to bars. That's why I don't go drinking. I don't do all that. It's boring, yes, but I'm out of trouble. Pick your poison. Be boring and safe, or drama and chaos excitement, and you're in big trouble. Pick one. Pick one. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Is not too bad. I'm not gonna do all of it right now, just because I'm like, I'm not gonna make heavy emphasis. I'll try to make it a little bit more blurry, so you focus more on him falling through the interwebs. I guess that is what that is. Okay. Excuse me. 53 minutes already. Okay. Should I paint one of these? Excuse me. I have Rolly, but I'll continue with the tiger. Oh my god. I have at least 2 audio ideas for this tiger. But maybe I should do a funny tiger too. Because there's a meme with the word tiger. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it cracks me up, so I might have to do that too. And then I have another song I have in mind that involves tigers. So I might. So, okay, it's good that I have ideas. So I was a little worried I would not have any ideas at all. I have to make sure there's no splotch, wet splotchies on it. Okay. And let's move you aside, Sir Freakazoid. Okay, so yay, I have progress. Progress. Oh, it's supposed to be this way. Progress is good, and it's supposed to look like that. I swear. I'll. Oh gosh, this was what I was trying to avoid. There's water in the damn brush. Freaking annoying. Oh, this time the chat is very quiet. I think the usual people, they don't like my schedules. I don't have a set schedule for this because of my fishing schedule because I have to sleep early and put away things and sleep early. Oh my god. Oh, I need white too. Now, and a bit of purple. I can still use pink, is fine. Well, one thing I do miss about the 90s and growing up in the 90s, I didn't have to worry about knowing all the things. What do I mean? Like, it's okay to have novelty, an air of mystery, not knowing everything, like the lives of celebrities. I didn't need to know about that crap. Like, if you wanted to, that was like the paparazzi's job, and you read the magazines. Again, here we go with that word again. I didn't look up magazines, so I didn't give a shit. Even when there were movies, I didn't have like, oh, I have a crush on blah blah guy. Nah. I The only time I think during when I was young, the what's his face was super popular. Leonardo DiCaprio when he was like, I think I liked him okay, but not like, oh, I have a crush. No, I was like, oh, he's all right. Like in Growing Pains, I think he was like a homeless boy living in a closet or something. I don't know. He was in Growing Pains and he was all right there. And then What's Eating Gilbert Grape, I was like, what? He's that? Yeah, he was a disabled guy. And then what really hit it home for him, we all know, Titanic, Jack. Even my family likes Titanic. That's how big it it is. But I'm the only one that's like, he's alright. I don't know. He just seems like a jerk. That's why I didn't really like him that much. And um, I just he didn't grow on me, and so I never really liked him that much. But I knew classmates um would have cutouts of him on their binder and like really big cutouts too. Like they cover the entire binder, and it was a thick binder, and I was like, oh, okay. Not for me, but hey, whatever makes you happy. And so I was not very, um,
That's a crashed plane.
I was not very big on him. But that doesn't mean I should poo poo on others who did like him that much. And then I any other celebrities I remember back in the shoot, I don't remember. Will Smith was super popular, especially like around Independence Day. He was pretty funny there, and then that was about. Also, Men in Black. I like Men in Black. It was pretty funny, though. I like the old guy more.
In Grow a Garden, I grew a giant coconut tree.
He did.
But then it's possible to get the shocked ones.
Oh, okay.
So I, so I, so I, so I purchased the bamboo for scaffolding.
Oh, okay.
I used to buy them for a ladder for climbing. In 2015, Grow a Garden bamboos were used to be growable ladders.
I don't think you were born in 2015, sir. But okay. Anyway, what else can I put on here? I don't even know.
Luckily, there was no computer to summon that explosion.
I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, yeah, I
bamboo seeds.
miss not knowing all the things because there's some things online I'm like, why do I know that? I regret watching online sometimes. Thankfully, I don't delve into like those really gross things. I don't like seeing gross, disgusting things that involve vomit and poop. So I was like, okay, I don't have to look at that. But some people just look at it anyway, and so I'm like, okay, that's a you problem at this point. And then there's also people who spoil movies. Oh my gosh, those people suck. But thankfully, because I'm not much of a movie person, I don't. But funny, I don't. I know someone who likes to spoil things, but because they're so excited, they keep talking about the movie and they tell the whole story. And then they mention the sport, like the entire story basically, and they ruin, like, why did you have to tell me that? I don't have to know about the damn the entire story. Just let me watch the movie, and they just don't shut up. Okay, so sorry, I'm like jumping all over the place with whatever the heck I'm talking about. This is not scripted. I don't have a script.
You can
I
purchase
should do a
movie
script
scaffolding.
like all the YouTubers and stuff and do editing. I don't wanna.
A lot of players in Global Garden like my garden
That's good.
because I have a tall coconut tree.
How tall is it?
It's as tall as Mount Everest and Burj Khalifa.
Is that a real tree
Yeah.
for it to be tall?
What if I grew a coconut tree and grow a garden the height as Mount Everest?
Uh,
Then it will stretch all the way to the sky.
Okie dokie.
Then it feels like I'm traveling I grew a coconut to heaven.
You grew a coconut to heaven. All right. I hope you achieve that. No sarcasm. I just sound like that.
On Friday, when I was playing Grow a Garden, the Grow a Garden King began making my coconuts, fruits, and vegetables to make them all shocked.
All
And
right.
even bamboo, and even my bamboo scaffolding was also shocked too.
Okie dokie.
Wow. This is what do baby planes look like.
Aw, cute.
What if it touches you?
That's not touching me. That's tapping me. No tapping, please. Sorry, my kid likes to upstage me. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is not too. There's not much
That's
thinking in
full.
here. I do
That
have
one's
a
big.
general idea on what to
That
do.
plane is the one.
Yes, you know I'm talking right, Mr. Sir.
Liz.
Okay, so I'm going off camera now. Let me see here. So that's what I have so far. It's not my style, but
Coconuts cost
it's okay to try something else. I think another thing that we need to do every so often is try something you are, I don't know about not comfortable with, but something you're not usually don't do, which is like Lisa Frank. I don't even like that stuff. I think one of the challenges about doing art stuff is doing things you don't like to do, because usually when you want to do art stuff, you want to try things that you enjoy, like looking at, you like in general, and all that good stuff. But I think one other challenge is doing things either you're bad at or stuff you don't even like and see how far you can go. And I've done a few, mostly like reptiles. I don't care for them, but I did a few and they were pretty fun. So I kept doing a few, even though they take freaking forever, like that rainbow snake and the rainbow alligator. But they were still a fun learning process, I can admit. I think I should try to expand more like things I'm very weak at doing, particularly backgrounds. Now that screws me up. I did try a little bit, but I would lose interest and give up. The other thing is I don't like working on backgrounds. For those who can do like backgrounds and interior decorating houses and just anything related to buildings, backgrounds, different perspectives. I am so envious of you. I wish I was as good as I think I am, but I'm really not. There's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't even take art classes. I did, but not like as a professionally. This is a hobby. This is me doing hobbies. But I do enjoy doing these more rather than even though I am posting it online. This is still I'm trying to make it more like, oh, people, if you wanted to have a hobby, you can try this sort of thing. And it's not like I just woke up and I can do a work of art. No, I a lot of the stuff I do is quite rushed and not perfect, and I think we need to accept that it's okay. You can do that. But I think they put a whole bunch of pressure on artists, especially to be perfect, to do everything right. And that's why, especially with AI in the picture, there's that word again, too, that we have to compete with AI because they can whip up things way fast, grabbing other ideas and inspirations from other artists. And you got to compete with that, too. Holy shit. So I try not to get too involved, but I don't like dealing with that kind of crap. I mean, I have to inevitably because I also do art. And we do get the short end of the sticks. There was some people mentioning how, like, artists are not very well liked until they're dead, usually. I was like, well, not all the time, but, like the very famous ones, they kind of was penniless or people did not like their work until after they died. And then some rich bozo was like, hey, this one's not pretty. This ain't bad at all. And so they start selling their art and all that crap. I'm like, what? That's not always the case, but at the same time, I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. So I can understand why when parents hear from their child, I want to be an artist, they're like, are you sure about that? That's not very stable. While it sucks and it's like I can, and you try to like prove them wrong, turns out, oh, it is quite difficult to do. I can understand from the parents' perspective as a parent myself, like I can see why they would think the way they did. But it's like, don't just crush their dreams. Let them find out on their own. So their dreams can be crushed by other people, not from their parental units. So yeah, I understand where the parents are coming from when they hear from their child they want to be something in the as an artist or entertainment business. Like it's incredibly risky. You have to keep doing it. You have to keep liking it, even if it sucks. And you have to be very patient and time it well in case you do have a break in your favor. And you have to also, social networking is very important. I'm not good at that at all. I think that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't cut it as an artist. I don't like kissing ass. So, and, rubbing elbows and being all social and you see and if yeah, that is my fault. I am aware of that, but at the same time, I just like doing this as it is right now. And while people poo poo like you, yeah, they also talk about how like, oh, everyone's trying to make a side hustle and try to commercialize or try to do this extra self-employed CEO whatever crap to start their own business, start their own brand, curate. I hate the words curate and making your own brand bullshit. I hate when they use that. It makes me annoyed. And so and then I'd have to be one of them too. No, I just want to do this for fun and leave me the hell alone. If you don't like it, get away from me. But I think I enjoy it more as a hobby. I think if I do make extra money out of it, and that's if I even tell people that I am, and I usually don't because I'm sick. I will maybe. That's as far as it goes. I don't want to make this into a business. I don't like people enough to make it into a business. If you're my friend and you want it for free, it depends. I have friends that paid for some of my work, so I seriously thank them for that. They really didn't have to, but they were super sweet about it. But people who just want to be friends with me just for the sake of free art, you should get the hell away from me. Because that happens to some artists too. Like you make friends and they just want free art from you and then they fuck off. That's fucking messed up. I had that a lot in my life where they pretend to be your friend because oh, you can get free art from them. Let's say we're friends and then after that we got what we want and then we leave. So I've had feelings of being used before and I don't like it. And so when I also ask, so what do I get? Then they get like, can't you just appreciate that I'm me for being, present and shit? I'm like, no, I want stuff too. You have to be like that. It really depends. Especially if they try to lowball you with, you know, their friendship. I mean, I don't mind friendship, but don't get me wrong. But like after a while, if you notice that people are taking from you, especially if you make art and they just want free shit from you, just just be on alert in case they try to take advantage of you. Because I've had instances of that and that pissed me off. And if, like, don't be my friend, like, this isn't a friendship. This is like an exchange, a transfer, if anything, rather than actual friendship, you know? So I don't like that shit. If you're gonna do that at a cash register, not me. Stupid. Well, maybe not cash register. Like, I don't know. Yeah, people suck sometimes. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. I try to give the benefit of a doubt, but sometimes, oh my God, when they test you, mm-mm-mm. I had a few instances before where people try to test me, and I thought I was just trying to be nice, and then turns out they're crazy. And I was like, oh God. It's like, oh, you're crazy and delusional. Great, that's what I need in my life. No, I don't. And so I just bail the fuck out. Like, I don't need that in my life. Like, I am not a professional. I don't want to say things that'll cause you to go even more crazy. Just get the hell away from me. And I think some people, when they find out the people that they care about, they are away and it's not a good way, they try to fix it. Like, that's not for you. That's not for you. Okay, don't do that to yourself. You can only do so much, but after a while, if they cannot fix themselves. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta leave. But it's really hard when they say, "Oh, I'm in love. I love them still," and yeah, that's hard too. But at the same time, at what cost? Anyway, you don't have to. I'm just some schmuck that paints. Okay, don't have to take my advice. So yeah. Oh, this is kind of cute. Oh, it's not done. Obviously, it's still very. Oops. It's still very. Oh my God. Even my art doesn't like me. It's quite rough, yes, but I will try to find a correct pen to do some of the line art. Even though line art's not very popular, I still like line art, so I'll figure it out. I'm thinking maybe like a light lavender or very uh, purplish pink, whatever the heck that color is. Is that mauve? I don't know. But that's very cute. And this, can I do some line? I'll do some basic line art and then call it a night because I need to wash dishes and sleep early and all that crap. So, yeah, sorry I talk kind of weird and it's like bouncing up and down, not in that manner. And so I just have stuff that show up at the top of my head when I watch things while I do painting, or I'm just being tired and just watching random crap online, and I come across a whole bunch of things. And I don't really have much of an input because most of the things people talk about, I don't care. I don't, or I'm like, oh, I heard of it, and I just wander off because it's not much. It's a non-issue for me. And so I did think about, oh, should I do like those video? Oh gosh, this pen sucks. Like video essays, and the answer is no, because you have to do extensive research and talk about, oh, I'd spent like 18 hours on this one video and just the research alone, and another 23 hours doing the video, and another, like, I'm not that good at making videos at all. I'm not very patient, not in the slightest. And then I always worry about people online because nowadays you don't really know anymore, especially towards women. And then the other thing, you kind of have to do it to the point where I try to make videos and still like it. I think I would stop doing this YouTube stuff if I started to not like it and I cannot bounce back from it. I think that is my end all be all. If I don't like doing this stuff, I will totally just not do this anymore. But for now, I like it because it motivates me to keep making more art. And that was my one of my main goals of having a YouTube channel, to make me keep making more art, because at my age it's a lot easier for me to just, I don't have to do this, I can just go to bed. But art's the only thing I'm good at, so I want to keep doing it. And then the other thing is, I hope to encourage other people to make art as a hobby for the sake of, taking a break, relaxing, try something new. You have materials, you have no excuse. You can use cheap materials too. You don't have to use the fanciest of the fanciest stuff. I mean, just go to Target. They have art supplies there. You can go to Walmart. You can go to, I don't know about Michael's, but they do have discounts. I remember discounts. I think there's also Hobby Lobby or whatever art store with student discount. Just do those. Um, Walgreens has art supplies, even though they're not the best, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. So you have no excuse. But if you don't want to do that, I'm not gonna force you. Of course not. I would like it if you tried, but of course, if you don't, you totally don't have to. Okay. I don't know what. I know I should talk about the process. I keep talking about it, but I would think, oh, maybe this time I could talk. No, I don't really like it. And I also don't want to come off as like, you're not supposed to do it like this. You're supposed to do it like that. If you do it, you're wrong and you're stupid. No, I don't want to be like that at all. Sometimes it feels like that when some people have such videos, like, you've been doing this wrong. Are you stupid? Like, that's what it feels like when they tell me such things. And so it makes me not want to look at. I also have a pet peeve when people online, I mean, they start off their channel, they call their viewers like an insult. I don't like that. I think that's just old lady me coming in. I just don't like people saying bad words, calling me a bad word as in like a term of endearment. I don't like that. I'm be like, I don't know you. Why are you calling me that? Get the hell away from me. Unlike, get away. Because I've seen some channels that are like that. They call them like bad words and stuff. And I just thought that was damn rude. But I'm old. Maybe that's what they like to be called, but I don't like being called that, so I just stay away from that crap. Like, I don't know you. You don't get to call me that, you piece of crap. Like, and it's like a total, like, just from like a few seconds in on a person's YouTube channel, just calling them bad words and stuff, or words that people should not be saying right now. And like, ugh, just like rude, rude, rude. I know they're trying to be funny, but I don't find it funny. And that's why I'm the minority. Huh. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. Well, if you hang around long enough to watch this and haven't left yet, thank you so much. Even though I have no, I almost said no skill. I have no legit scheduling. I think some of the people who were on here a bit longer, they did not like the unstable scheduling I have, because I was trying to go on Friday evening slash Saturday, but because of the fishing thing, I can't do that. And I have to be early or I have to wait the next day. I There's no guarantee. Depends on the insistence of the fishing stuff going on. I might finish. I don't think I could finish this. It's gonna take me a lot longer than I thought. So I'm gonna wrap up a little bit more. Maybe I'll finish the face and that's it. Okay. And I also heard of other art channels prior to me. They also talk about other things too, but I think they focus more on like YouTube drama and bad words, being edgy, and I'm cool and stuff. And they talk smack about other YouTubers, and they're actually really good at drawing on CG or Procreate or whatever art product they have. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I don't think I can do that kind of stuff. I just have like a small crappy opinion about stuff I notice online and that's it. And I'm not going to do research. I'm not like if there's something I'm not very familiar with, I'd be like I'm not sure. Let me know, clarify with me. Cuz I'm not a video essay channel at all. This is just stuff at the top of my head and what I see and that's it. I think that's okay for people. Like if you're going to have like extensive research, you have a higher chance of messing up, especially if you're toted on having the best information sources that you used. That's a lot of pressure. I'm not trying to be like that. I just want to talk as if like a regular person. Like I don't know. How the hell should I know? I'll look online later. Like that's how it is. Oh no, did I mess up his mouth? I can fix it. That's fine. Yeah, I messed up his mouth. This angle is weird. That's why I'm like, how do I do this? I'll fix it later. Oh, I thought that was a double chin, but turns out it's dirt on my screen. Oh my god, dork. I miss this show. It is a really funny show. Oh my god. Younger generations have no idea how funny it is. And even if I don't, even if they watch it now, I think they don't really give a crap. So I feel like youth is wasted on the young. Now I'm at that point. Okay, I did finish. Oh, wait, no, I did. I have to do the hairline. I forgot. Hairline is a part of the face. Okay, so I'll leave it alone from there. That's what I got. He is losing his marbles. I don't know, but I think this area is kind of off. And it probably is, but still in pencil, so I can still save it. This one is pretty okay. And he does have a different perspective, so it's okay for me to have him have short legs. Yes. Okay, so what did I do today? A lot of rambling, wondering where is the year. It's too fast, I swear. I did some painting a little bit, and it's not my style. I usually don't like it, but it's passable for now. And then I made Freakazoid on a whim. I need to take a picture of it so I can continue it later. And then I had some card art recaps. Some of them new, some of them I haven't shown yet because they're usually, oh, sorry, they're usually on Instagram at Delion. The Delion, like one word, just the Delion. And checking there is totally optional because after a few instances, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't always tell everybody about it. People be nuts. So I think I will wrap it up right now. There is no things going on, no things, nothing going on in the live chat, and that's fine. I need a break anyway. I am tired. I was talking about fishing. the decline and or collapse of Funko Pops and all this other crap and stuff going on the YouTubes and missing certain things about not knowing all the things that I know thanks to the internet and some other crap. Not all of it's crap. There were also some art tidbits here and there, which is fine, and I think this is pretty cool. Oh, and oh, I forgot. I also did this. If you don't want to make your own, here's a little tidbit. If you don't want to make your own like polymer clay, like you make things entirely of scratch, like this little clay animal of some kind, you can get like cheap ornaments. Like I got these at Daiso. Well, now they're 225 unfortunately, but you can get them and just start painting over them, like whatever colors you like. Like maybe they have ugly colors you don't like, or it's traditional red, blue, and red and green and white colors. You can just change it entirely to something you like I did with this one. This one I actually painted already. This was originally like a brown and Christmas colors, and I just tweaked it to like purple and a light yellow. But I kept the tree, but more pastel, and I thought this was super cute. And you can put it with your questionable. My gosh, let me adjust it. Your questionable Christmas tree. Aw, that's not bad. Okay, so why do they make it like that? I'm gonna shut up now. So yeah, like if you want to not have to do flat things like cards or canvases, you can just buy something on like a cheap, even if they have it at dollar stores or if you have a Daiso if you're lucky, or a place that has like cheap little figurines that are of this. I don't know what this material is, but yeah, you can buy some and do some custom little paints with them. It'd be really cute. Or cool, whatever the heck you like. So I think that'll be it for now. Oh no, there's 9 people. Should I say anything? And sorry, I gotta go. I've been on here for like an hour and 26 minutes. This is Delion signing on out. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching whatever the heck I'm doing. I always appreciate it. Thank you for liking if you do. If you want to like it more, that'd be great. But if not, I guess I have to try harder. So thanks again. Have a good evening, day, wherever you are. I'm going to go and get out of your hair. So have a good night, good day, good morning. Goodbye.